ludicrous. Dictatorship is boring. What's wrong with me? I need to find something to do that's fascinating. Guaranteed. Camping, no. Fishing, no. Not as much fun as total tyranny. Ah, what else could there be? What do I need? Wait, I know! Skydiving out of the window. It's positively perilous. I'm such a big thrill seeker. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the building. It's despicably genius. I'm such a big cupcake. Don't forget to bring along 4 boots. What a perfect time to have fun with my wicked son.
And you're going nuts hanging out all the time.
Not anymore, that's a bonus.
I was all ready for bungee jumping.
If that's how you get your jollies, go ahead. But nothing will ever compare to this. It's so much more delicious. Skydiving out of the window. It's positively scurrilous. I'm such a smart person. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the list. It's despicably monstrous. I'm such a fun kind of guy. Don't forget to bring the money and the loot.
Skydiving, Coolamundo.
It overwhelms me with joy. There's nothing more sacred than the bond between a man and his boy.
Skydiving.
Sounds radical.
There's nothing like a father-son team.
Yeah, I know. You make a pretty mean team.
No one can stop the supreme.
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Of course not.
This is gonna be fun.
I can hardly wait.
Golly, you're serious.
Skydiving out of the window. This'll be a real kick. At least I know what went wrong. I need something more vicious. Skydiving out of the window. It's positively perilous. I'm such a big thrill seeker. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the building. It's despicably genius. I'm such a big cupcake. Don't forget to bring along 4 boots. Skydiving out of the window. It's positively scurrilous. I'm such a smart person. Don't forget to bring a parachute. Skydiving off the list. It's despicably monstrous. I'm such a fun kind of guy. Don't forget to bring the money and the loot.
Skydiving, Coolamundo.
It overwhelms me with joy. There's nothing more sacred than the bond between a man and his boy.
Skydiving.
Sounds radical.
There's nothing like a father-son team.
Yeah, I know. You make a pretty mean team.
No one can stop the supreme.
Skydiving.
Skydiving
Coolamundo.
out of the window. It's despicably perilous. Skydiving out of the window. It's positively scurrilous.
Wait and see.
I'm such a fun kind of guy.
Yeah, I know.
Don't forget to bring along 4 boots.
Hello? There we go. Microphone's working now. You know, during that entire time, I didn't even think to, refill my water. The hydration is half full. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Else. Anyway, hello Andrew. I suppose, without further ado, we should show off what we're going to be doing today. Steam wants to update first. McHeckin' heck. Ah, here we go. Hey! Welcome to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous! A personal favorite of mine. I have, sunk in a normal amount of hours in this game. You know, just replayed it a bunch. Got a bunch of the endings. Currently on, like, my third run at this point. Cancelled a bunch of old runs, started some new ones. You know. I'm very normal about this game, is what I'm getting at. Give me a moment, I'm just adjusting the windows. Anyway, to answer your question, Andrew, the enemies we are suplexing tonight are demons of the abyss. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is a video game adaptation of the Pathfinder First Edition module, also conveniently called Wrath of the Righteous. Well, it's an adventure path, not a module. It's a collection of various modules into one cohesive story. And join the struggle against the war wound, the epic story between Galarian and the Abyss that has raged on for more than 100 years. Up to now, the Crusader armies have barely managed to curb the overwhelming enemy forces, but not for much longer. The Demon Lords are preparing to strike a decisive blow. You will have to harness some mythic powers, take command of the 5th Crusade, and lead against the demonic hordes. So, as you can imagine, it takes place on the Pathfinder official world of Galarian. D&D has like the Forgotten Realms and Faerun. Pathfinder has Galarian. It's I can't go into the entire lore of Galarian because it's very expensive. But anyway, there's a couple of things you can. There's a couple of things you can do in terms of setting the rules. It's a very technical and very customizable game. So there's a lot of things you can do. For instance, you can adjust the enemy difficulty. You can do all sorts of things. Personally, for a good time, I say turn off the Death's Door conditions. Day companions rise after combat, and remove all negative effects on rest, is how I like to play. With just the normal rules. And let's see here. There's another setting right here. I'll level up. Go off. Because I am a control freak. So we're going to manage our entire party ourselves. Now, there's a couple of things we can do. Oh god, that face. There's a couple of things we can do for character customization. There's a couple of pre-made characters we can select through, but we don't need to select any of. But we don't need to select any of them. We're gonna make a custom character. Oh, it actually is an Anton Blast. I thought you were just lying to us again. Would I lie? Ever? So, when making a custom character, there's a this isn't the company who made this game, Owlcat, had a previous Pathfinder game, which was the Pathfinder Adventure, which was the Pathfinder Kingmaker Adventure Path. So they brought back all the cool portraits you could do it. If you're familiar with Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like plays with like this sort of general character creation, with the exception that it's it's Pathfinder First Edition instead of D&D Second Edition. Sorry, my brain fizzled out there. Anyway, I have a bunch of custom portraits here. Don't worry about this one. Don't worry about this one. In any case, we're gonna be going with the one that's just a blank PNG, because I do want to be making a custom portrait for whoever this character is. But the thing is, I have no idea what this character is gonna look like. But I do know what class I want to pick. So, unlike regular D&D, you pick your subclass immediately. And basically the subclasses aren't exactly too crazy when compared to the rest compared to the rest of the class. For instance, there will be some differences. For instance, if you like pick a fighter and then pick like the Aldori Defender, you're going to be like focusing your entire build around basically being a dexterity-based character with a dueling sword. But for the most part, it is going to change your playstyle, but it's mostly just going to be changing like the kinds of weapons and builds you're going to be using. It's not going to like give you any too crazy new abilities, and that's something I don't really like about Pathfinder First Edition. Is that a lot of things is just minor tweaks. Anyway, we're going to be going half-orc, because I don't think I've made a half-orc character before. We're just going to be going with that. Also, for the build I'm going to be going for, it's going to be very useful to be a half-orc. Anyway, we're going to be using Titan Fighter, which is a very silly class. It allows you to wield two-handed weapons like great swords and great axes one-handed, and then wield two of them at the same time. It's the anime class. Anyway, let's see here. Ferocity, but okay. We don't really need Orc Ferocity, although it would open up a feat. There's an ability that we can get that will replace Orc Ferocity. So I think I'm gonna just take the extra skill point. As for our background, Pickpocket is the best, mostly because it gives us a bonus to initiative rolls. Because we're like that. Okay, obviously because we're going to be wielding the Big Bonk. Strength and Constitution are going to be our biggest, most important stats, so we're just going to get 18 each. I'm just going to leave the rest of these at 10. Because intelligence actually has a purpose, because it actually dictates the amount of skills you could be proficient with as you level up. It's not like regular D&D where you're just like at level 1 you just pick 3 skills you're proficient with and then you add your proficiency bonus. No, every time you level up you have to like increase the skills manually yourself. So for instance, like so. Personally, I'm going to be taking perception. I'm also going to be taking persuasion. And we're going to throw trickery on that as well. Don't particularly need trickery, but it's a useful skill to have. Mostly the big things that I want are going to be these two skills right here. As for weapon focus, we're going to be going Earthbreaker, which is basically the giant hammers for maximum bonk. And we're going to go power attack. What deity should we pick? We can't be atheist. Let's be atheist. Yeah, like neutral. Alright. Now we gotta decide what this person looks like. Grandmother Spider or bust? Unfortunately, Grandmother Spider isn't available on any of these. As you can see, no Grandmother Spider among any of the G's here. Bust. Well, technically we did bust because we picked atheism. So, I think I like the first phase, personally. Oops. Just instant bald. Ah! Did it again! Hello, Lyra. Ooh. That looks cool. Oh, that looks even cooler. What are we guys thinking? This hair or this hair? I personally like the second one here, but I'm kind of torn. They're both really cool. What are we all thinking? Lyra, you're the expert on women. What do you think? No response from Lyra. Yeah. I pick option 2? Ah, there we go. Okay. Just thinking about it. I'm gonna pick a hair color. It's not as nearly as purple as I thought it was gonna be. It's a bit more purple. Wait, hang on. Look how green that is. Dang, bro, either there's a lot of lag or you're really impatient. I think there might just be a lot of lag. There's a, there's a storm going on, and you know, not the best internet over here. Especially when it comes to streaming. OBS, please. Please, OBS. Maybe there's something I can, say boop when you see this. I shudder to find out how much lag is between that boop. Maybe I could fiddle around with the settings a little bit. I am horribly sorry, Mana. Oh no. But you were really impatient. Okay. Well, honestly, I'd rather be impatient than having the having the stream delay be like terrible. So I guess that is something. But look at this green hair. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make her the green girl. She's going to be powered by green. We can make her more green. Look at that. Look how green she is. I do not want yellow. I want more green. Should we add more paint? We could make her more green, but she's already pretty green. I like how she looks. What do you guys think? I'm gonna wait that 5 seconds. If you guys don't answer in exactly 5 seconds, I'm going to ban all of you because I'm impatient. Third option? What's the third option? There is no third option, Happy. You're delusional. 0 seconds to actually type a message. If you do not project your thoughts into the keyboard immediately, you are banned. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to tell your mom what you did. Mods, find that person's mom and tell them about that chatter's internet history. Anyway, I really like this. I personally like my I thought I was the mods. Exactly, Lyra. You have a responsibility to find Happy's mom and tell her about Happy's internet search history. Go to it. Have fun. Anyway, I like how this looks. I like my green gal. I have no idea what I'm gonna name her though, but
follow if you dare.
I know what voice I'm gonna pick though.
Let's shred them.
There we go. Now I gotta go pick a name. My history is a depressing amount of Magic the Gathering and Bulbapedia pages for Eevee. Your mother would be so proud. Swith? What kind of a name is Swith? And there's Swith again. I think the game wants us to go with Swith. We'll go with Swith.
Quick, else we miss all the fun.
All right. Let's here's our these are our things. We have Tower Shield proficiency for some reason. Not sure what we're going to be doing it, but okay. Oh god, that's loud!
Somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
Give me a moment. I'm gonna adjust the volume on that. That's a bit. Oh god, my personal volume's turned really high up.
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't she be carted off somewhere else like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone! Step back! Now, what's the matter? What happened to her? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to her?
Demons, Prelate. We found her barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take her weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. She can get her things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy, heal her wounds.
Water.
You will have water as soon as we heal your wounds. My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev!
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late. Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I don't remember. All I remember is the green. The all-encompassing green.
You don't remember at all? All right, we'll wait until your memory returns.
My dear Prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor woman. She's been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of her.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that, so I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed she was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of the city.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
You are our protector and a dragon of that? Sir, why did you say it that way? Exposition! To show that this person is a dragon. Who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
Are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
That sounded a little menacing.
I do not know yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return.
Did I hear there was a dragon lady? Yes, right here.
But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Alright. It's game time! As you can see, it's very similar to Baldur's Gate 1-2 in that it's an isometric RPG with the strange little green circle pointer things. But it's also taken a bunch of inspirations of other games, like Heroes of Might and Magic even, but we'll get to that part when we get to that. In the meantime, it's time to drink. Drink, 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 drink. I love drink, me, especially when the city's footing the bill. What do you say? Another round? Suck of one. Oof! Bam! Right in the jaw. You call that a punch? Here, let me show you how it's a what the fuck?
Behold, Iomade, you poor imposter. Your city will fall to me. Your followers will feed my hunger.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
Let the feast begin.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
That was quick, indeed. Discari. Larger than an elephant, this towering insectile nightmare wields a scythe made of bone. Swings are swarms of biting flies, and his human eyes glimmer with cruel intelligence. Discari, Demon Lord of Chasms, Infestations, and Locusts, is believed by many scholars to be the Usher of the Apocalypse. He carves his realm from raw matter of the abyss using his great scythe, Riftcar, a weapon crafted from the remains of a strange creature his father, Bezuzu, mated with 10,000 years ago. Discari and his cult have long played the northern region of Socorus, where his cult were eventually driven to the Lake of Mists and Veils by Iroden. Yet Iroden's death, Discari's influence in Glorian ripped and burst, transforming Socorus into a demon-haunted whirlwind. I've seen you before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Who's Discari?
You must have got a good drub around the head, friend. Discari's a demon lord, the most fearsome enemy of all crusaders and all living things, come to think of it.
What's the situation in the city?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. Place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks.
Can you lend me a weapon? I'll fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
Canobras. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canobras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
We're alive. And for some reason, we have Featherfall casted on us. That's weird.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh, holy mother of... Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
I have a +0 to athletics. Let's do it! Hey, I succeeded somehow. What did I roll? I rolled exactly a 12. Nice. Summoning all your strength, you managed to lift the rocks up enough to free the wounded woman from the rubble.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Sela. Paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canobras has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canobras will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
My name is Zwith.
Good to meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here.
But my 30-page long backstory!
Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
Alright. First party member. And it's Sheila. She's awesome, by the way. I love Sheila so much. Anyway, so we have a bit of a problem right off the bat. Because we have no dexterity, we're going to be primarily wielding heavy armor. And the thing about heavy armor in this game is it will just reduce your speed no matter what. So it has a bunch of other benefits, but it will just reduce your speed. Finally, massive hammer acquired. Yeah, let's not have the thing that's going to reduce her attack rolls by 10 or whatever. Anyway, we got a Cloak of Resistance right off the bat. Don't worry, we're going to be getting a lot of those. So anyway, as you can see, it's very Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Forwards. No, backwards. Backwards.
Who's there?
The fine apparel of this young half-elf woman is torn and stained with blood, dust, and dirt. However, she holds herself with such dignity that you would be forgiven for ever thinking you were at the high society party, and not the dank catacombs under the city. Her fingers grip her rapier hilt with confidence, ready to draw at a moment's notice. At her feet lies a dead body, so mutilated at first glance you could hardly tell if it's an animal or human.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Seela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
What happened to that poor guy?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
You want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
You need to keep moving. There must be a way back for this surface from here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Loot! He has the knife. Just the knife.
Well?
Amulet. Unidentified. Can't be removed either. Undetectable alignment. That's not suspicious at all. This lady is absolutely not suspicious. So.
I see blood! Blood!
Alright, I suppose I should tell you the how this game's combat works. You can actually switch between real-time combat and turn-based mode just by pushing the button right here. Personally, my modus operandi with this game is if it's simple fights, go with real time because it'll be done faster. For harder, more difficult fights, go turn-based so you can manage things better. That's how I like to do it anyway. Anyway, as you can see down there at the bottom, we have our action economy. We have attacks of opportunity. You know, most of the basic stuff you would expect in a D&D games here.
Burn. Slice. Behead.
I'll cut you wide open.
Trundle of scale. Restore life to a deceased party member. A raised creature. Hit points equal to its current HP.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Tails is owing something. What are you owing, Tails?
May I see your entry? Do not waver.
I did not like how excited she was to scream, "I'll cut you wide open." It's fine. This lady is not sus at all.
Let the attack
Save the last one for me.
Hey, more stuff.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Honestly, I couldn't care less about how sus she is or isn't. She's
Against our resolve.
She's having way too much fun killing.
The world in crimson.
Am I forgetting anything else? Nope.
Burn. Let's shred them.
Nah, we don't get any skin. We have no skin in the game. I love the fucking dopey little walk
Shall we move? We shall move.
Zwith does. Like, look at this. Like, look at this dopey run. Who dis?
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
You struggle to make out the man's features in the gloom. As soon as you step into the circle of light, however, you realize you have never encountered a creature like this before. This creature looks like the work of a vivisectionist who attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Wenduok!
The man notices you and freezes. A curling horn protruded from his head casts a malevolent shadow on the wall.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The woman looks just as strange as her companion, like a cross between a cat and a spider. When she catches sight of you, she immediately drops into a fighting stance. Her movements reveal a lethal grace of a wild predator.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
Demons are laying waste to Canabras!
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Who are you? Tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the Underground Crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Sadly, Underground Crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. but we call ourselves Neithers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
Never heard of the Underground Crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the Underground Crusaders to take up arms. If we get the Holy Sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Windowbag shrugs and turns away. I think Lan is special. He's cool so far. He seems alright. Maze? Does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the Underground Crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
Sword of Holy Flame? Oh, that ended up down here.
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you out.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Alright.
I found something.
Now, this is the reason why perception is so important, because there's a bunch of hidden stuff over in the world, including loot, traps, and various sundry others.
Not this time.
So, there will be like various skill checks over the world map that you need to do passively.
Trail me. No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
And most of the secret stuff is usually just junk, but hey, it's free junk.
I found.
What is that?
Something.
For instance, we got a handful of gems. And a pearl! And whatever's here. Aha! Found the sword. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Zwith feels a drop of searing blood run down her chest. The wound healed by Tarunda reopens and weeps scarlet, but there's no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears. A cave chamber. This one or another one entirely? Zwith's heartbeat quickens. A stream of thought suddenly bursts through her head. Thoughts are clearly belonging to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect. People who I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their treacherous blow? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rock, clutching her shield side. She refuses to join with the traitors, and she paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I have the strength, I must. While recognizing the force origin of these thoughts, Zwith intuits that she can control them somehow. Let's try to. Heal the girl, I suppose. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Zwith. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whistles, Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said that the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts come faster, like a rushing river. The images flash one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword. A majestic gold-winged angel gazing in the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear.
Only if you are willing, and only if you are ready. There is no going back.
Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispered. Your mission is too important. You, take care. It's near. There, in the vision of the darkness, the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from the depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadows. The sound piercing like hot irons lancing through the flesh and bone. The traders fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy. The wooden girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Zweth's head pounds with pain. It's no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lara who sent the vision, the one unlucky enough to receive it. Let's hope this is time to fight off the illusion. Yeah, it succeeds. Force of the attack, though originating from the vision, is terrifying, but Zweth is stronger. She shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the visions cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerged from the cave. It is not real. It exists only in the strange memory of existence. But the thrill of the three it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Discari, the terrifying demon lord. Its movement is swift as though itself, the monster's hand wrapping around the throat of the one they call Lyro.
You foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off.
Intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from quiet whispering to sonorous shouts. Becoming young, then old, and quavering.
Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you're dying here alone, so far from the light of the heavens?
A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before the enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand. Pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through the stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Ralia's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His visibility is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips his sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Zweth senses the vision fading. A rush of thoughts diminishing like a river run dry. The last thing she hears is this. You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day someone will come here, rise up to take my sword. They will rise up and save and protect the innocents. The vision disappears, vanishing with a burst of color. Zweth does not Zweth does not hear the final words, but she seems to complete the thought. Taking me to her heart. The words fly from her lips, and with them, something else. The blazing heat of Zweth's chest fades away. The edge of the scarlet wound closes, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Zweth sees the flaming sword in her hand. Rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warmth and soothing light, the sword vanishes. A light is drawn from her hands. Zweth senses that it will return. All she needs to do is call it.
Hey! Are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Seela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Ione.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too? The traders? The dying girl?
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if she can't make it happen a second time? What then? the tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Acquires angel mythic path. Reveal the light of heaven. Seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Saul needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Lead us here, Chief, and I'll decide whether I'll help or not. So, like, are people still getting slotted up above? Yes.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
Ooh. Dang. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, it's really bad.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. Yet another obstacle. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Gonna bonk you with my hammer.
The mongrel did it.
Oh look, teeny tiny earth elementals.
Take you!
Now what is that?
Wand of Cure Light Wounds. And all the change in my pocket. It's for you, big boy!
You're so awesome, Lan. Did we find trouble? Me. Thank you.
Forwards. No, backwards. Backwards. No secrets can escape my prying.
Tear your throat out!
And that's another giant sword. Would be useful. Except I have a specialty for hammers. Monk life is the only life. Wonderwire glances at Lan, who's fixing his slip bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are, or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who can see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. But Lan said that the light would be shown to the mongrel. Lan. Window-eyed grimaces. Got a little husky snarl and furrows in the throat. He wants to play hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part of all is the tribe might actually take his word to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the Mongols to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness. That we are strong and can do many things. That is why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves. and another to go fight in the shield maze. Windowag leans closer, her pupils dilate. I've been there. I spent my whole life training so I could make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought. We weren't prepared. The maze isn't a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you'll hear the whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Windowag looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea of what they're doing. All because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all of our problems. Don't you want to save the kids in the maze? I do want to. But I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe just for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Sol is hesitant, and for good reason. He understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying on only myself, risking my own life. Windowag slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find a way to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. Windowag nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. It's a good thing Lily isn't here, because I think something tells me Lily would want to smooch Windowag. I don't know. Mostly because I assume Lily wants to smooch any woman she encounters, but... This maze really collapsed? Your first impression of Malta Village is of a squalid dump, with the odor to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch at you from the gloom. The deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All sign of normal fishing life, but a tense expectations hangs in the air. A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way before you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands. His face is distinctly rat-like pits, with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other one gleams with moisture. So the Mongols are the Drow? No. Drow actually do exist in Pathfinder, but they have a completely different lore, basically. We'll actually be running into the Drow a couple of times in this game.
Uplandish. End times are upon us indeed.
Chief Sol! We found the Angel Sword. We found one who can wield it. Lan points at you. She had a vision of now the Angel's Sword together with the light of heaven are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe. Anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails.
Ah, Lion. Always dreaming. Always talking. You're too hasty. Too hasty for your own good. It's not going to get you in trouble.
Saul's eyes look you up and down.
An uplander with a lighter heaven? That's too good for us. Our tribe doesn't have good things happen. There's always attacks. Lion trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lion? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light.
Windowag stares at you intently, like a cat watching a bird, and shakes her head in the warning. What do you think, guys? Should we side with Windowag or Lan? Personally, I know I'm chaotic neutral, but I kind of want to show the light. Because, you know, seems like just kind of a dick move not to. I'm gonna give that 5 seconds for y'all to give a response. Remember, I am incredibly impatient. We gotta vote for Lan. I'm feeling Lan too. Let's see if anyone's feeling evil. Just gonna give it like a minute to let people think about it. A minute to win it. Oh. Nope. Nope. Out of here. Banned. Banned. Out. Alright. We had 2 votes for Lan. Alright. I guess we're going Lan then. Lan speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares up under your unspoken command. Bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The models abandon their task and stare, transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm. The warmth is soul deep. Chief Saul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away.
So it's true. The angel did not forsake us, no. He came. Back from the dead, he came to save our children.
Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is showing visibly relieved. As if he wasn't sure this entire time that you support him. Windowag hisses like an angry cat.
See these fishermen and these hunters? These husks of men and women? Their blood will be on your hands.
Say nothing.
You don't even know what to say, do you? You're a coward. And now the murderer of innocents.
You always think of the worst, Windu. We're not on our own anymore. We have allies. Well, a couple at least. One good fighter is worth at least 10 bad ones.
You have the right of it, Lan. But we are near this. We're going to wait. I sent a message to summon all the tribes. But it will take time, yes. But they will come. And when they all come from the light, wait, Lan. Wait, uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home.
Alright, Chief. Understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell him it was your decision. Windelag only grits her teeth in silence. Finally! Someone from the surface! I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man with expensive yet not ostentatious clothes approached you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises, and it twisted an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Worm. Yes, that worm. You've no doubt heard of me. If you've spent any time at all in the city, I have a business proposition for you.
Sorry, I don't know you. Who are you?
You're truly a fresh arrival in the city, then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived at the city's but raised to rubble. You should know that you're looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabris. I may or may not be well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next. But the Graham Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. You see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any of the festival delicacies? You have August Graham to thank for that.
How did you end up here?
For a moment, Horcus's eyes fixed on Camilla before his gaze turns to you. Like everyone else, I went down that accursed beetle cleave the ground in twain beneath our feet. I didn't break my neck for the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wandering and instead came across hunters from the settlement. Although I must say, when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes, but they turned out to be decent chaps. Fine to look at, but able to keep a bargain.
They don't speak. What kind of business proposition?
I don't know what's happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeking out the rest of this days in your village, I suspect. We must find a back route to the surface or to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior. Just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong, and it will be no trouble to you. But I, alas, not as fit as I once was. I got to go throwing claves, paying at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins.
I suggest we help this man. We need friends among the Canabris mate. 2,000 gold.
Orcus' gaze are piercing. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? I will make it 2,000.
Deal.
Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village.
We gotta go. See ya.
Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you do find a way out, be sure to tell me.
Oh yeah. And now, we get a chance to level up. So, to increase our skills. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go. Let's get 2 weapon fighting to improve our 2 weapon fighting. Okay. We'll get double slice later. Although toughness is pretty nice, but honestly right now I just like to be able to actually hit something, so. And we have a lot of constitution, so it shouldn't be too bad. As for Sela's skills, she has a little bit of mobility. We're going to want to get that mobility to 3 because I plan on giving her a horse. As for Camilla,
Going mobility and trickery seems good enough. And let's go with Ice Plant. This will allow to raise Camilla's armor class, and considering that she's mostly a melee fighter,
I heed the voice of the spirits.
that's going to be useful. And also, you don't need to activate it or anything.
What's on your mind?
She just automatically gets it. And then there's Lan! Thanks, Lan! You're so awesome, Lan. He comes with athletics, mobility, and the best skill in the game, perception. So, that seems to be a pretty good selection. Let's see here. He's a monk, by the way, so that's poggers. Specifically, he's the Zen Archer monk, so he's focused on going around doing bow stuff. So, the game recommends precise shot. I personally say that's a good ability, mostly because Zen Archer is actually more or less somewhat designed to actually archery in close quarters. As for Way of the Bow, I'm gonna say there's some really good short bows in the game, but I'm gonna say longbow. So, as for Wundawag is just a fighter. They have lower nature, perception. Seems good enough to me. Gonna go weapon focus. And personally, whenever I run for the game, I actually like to give Wundawag a where is it? Throwing axe. That's how I like to build Wundawag, just for throwing axes. You're just gonna casually steal the stuff from this village. Hey, Uplander! Come see my wares! You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling smile looked broadly at you, showing off her double rows of small, sharp teeth. You, from the surface! You must be tough to make it all the way down here. Never thought I could see the day. Call me Drya. Let's trade. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Drya the Hoarder, Drya the Coin, Drya the City Girl. Like that's a bad thing. I trawl the caves picking up all kinds of stuff from the surface that wash down here. Through your sewers and that sort of stuff. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with the best finds for coin. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well, then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you're gonna need to pay them with gold, like City. Ah, you're right, Monty. I have been pronouncing it's Dyra. Why am I saying Drya? I don't know. My head is noodle caboodle and scrambled. I don't suppose you have any comically oversized hammers, do you? Do you have any comically oversized hammers? No. You only have regular-sized hammers! Garbage, I say! Garbage! Although you do have healing potions. Alright. So, a lot of this stuff is junk, so we can just get rid of it. Let's see here. We can get rid of the regular greatsword. We'll keep the masterwork. Great voices. Thank you. Try my best. We have to find our. We have to continue our quest to find comedically oversized hammers. Now it's time to snooze. Messengers returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance of the maze, but our people have already gone there. I've warned Anivi and the old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There's no rush. The important people always show up late. Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Wundawag's gone. What do you think happened to Windowag? Lane shakes his head. I don't know. She was always stubborn. Maybe she decided she could do it all on her own. Hope she comes back. Struggle without her. She'll struggle without us. No matter how hard she tries to deny it. What about Anivia and Horgus? Are you gonna leave them here? Once we clear the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Anivia's in no state to fight, and that Horgus guy, he doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll a red carpet to the exit. Still, are we sure the maze is the only way to surface? There was another passage, one that I used when my dad, one that I used to use with my dad when we left and came back. The chiefs back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anyone else from going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted was for everyone to go through the maze. Not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. There were other passages, but they're far from here. And with all the earthquakes, who knows what conditions they are in right now. So, our best bet is the maze. If it doesn't lead anywhere, then maybe consider our next move. Alright, let's go. Let's go, but hey, before we go, thanks. I was so happy. I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something for us that no one else has done in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worthy of something now that we have the power of the angel on our side. It won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us save the young ones. Hopefully. Let's go to the main gate. Straight road is the shortest. Alright, but first, we're going to steal all the mongrel's stuff. Also hope that she isn't betraying us. I'm gonna be honest. Does Wonderlag look like the sort of, seem like the sort of person who would, betray us? I mean, with that neutral evil alignment? Obviously not. Clearly not. With the what alignment? Oh yeah, Wonderwag's alignment is neutral evil. Didn't you notice? Although, I guess it only flashed up for a brief period. But yeah, she's neutral evil.
Wherever my legs carry me.
As for Lion's alignment, he's lawful neutral.
No backwards, backwards!
Alright. To the maze! I'm not sure what the ah and the no are for. Is it for land's alignment?
Yet another obstacle.
May I see your entrails, please?
Get fucked, nerd. There's the mongrels.
The tribes are gathering. Soon we will attack.
How long can we wait?
The other tribes hasn't turned out yet. We're going to wait for them just a little while longer.
Knowing so, the preparations will take the better part of a day. Let's go take a look at the maze ourselves and see what's what. Alright. When in doubt, save! Baphomet cultist. That seems fine.
They will break against our resolve.
Gonna be a bit of a tough cookie to crack.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yay, more Heaties.
I spy. What do I spy?
I am helpful, am I not?
There's a guy over there. Oh yeah, other cool mechanic.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
If you, get the jump on somebody
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Did we find trouble? No, they did.
while in turn-based mode, you can also get your hands at a surprise round. However, your actions are limited, so you don't get any move actions. So if you want to do something like move, you're going to have to spend your other action to, you know, move. Pathfinder 1's action economy is hard to explain, easy to intuit.
You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
I'll cut you wide open.
Die, die, die. Burn. Slice. Behead. Trail.
Scroll of protection from law communal.
The mongrel did it.
Extensive for slightly water damage. A collection of writing on some rituals or demon worship. Yeah, this shield maze isn't sus at all. Tome of the Minotaur. Servants from the Labyrinth. Yeah, this ain't sus. Nothing bad's going on right here.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I am helpful, am I not?
Bas relief of Baphomet, Demon Lord, Lord of the Labyrinth, and Minotaurs. Yeah, absolutely nothing sus is going on with this shield maze or anything. Nope. Nothing weird or wacky going on. No chicanery whatsoever.
Can't hide from me.
Absolutely chicanery-less shield maze.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
I hope you appreciate this.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Also, if an opponent is out of reach and there's like nobody between them, you can use the charge action to get up right in front of them. And then completely miss because you're a goober and a scrub.
The spirits demand your blood.
Endure this!
May I see your entrails, please?
You are today's sacrifice.
Kind of surprised that it shows you alignment right away. It doesn't show Camilla's alignment, but
Make every strike count.
that's honestly what makes it suspect.
Into the fray.
Ha! You missed, nerd.
The attack commence.
Go for their hearts.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We're just lumping him at this point. Might as well just turn off the turn-based mode. Yay, we did it! Because, like, Wanda, whatever her name was, had writing like she was trying to appeal to our better nature, just pragmatically. Maybe that is. But, you know, to be fair, neutral evil is kind of like the pragmatism alignment, just with sketchier morals. Like, if you're neutral evil, you're very, very much about that pragmatism. At least that's how I've heard it mostly described.
I'll cut you wide open.
Also, mongrels. Holven. His name was Holven. Do you know him? Yeah, he's not from our tribe, but we're both hunters, so we crossed paths time to time in the cave passage. We shared news, leave supplies for each other. He just disappeared. He used to talk about wanting to try his luck at the maze. I thought he was long dead. Only he had been. Why would the mongrels attack us? Something's wrong with them. Look, their bodies. It's like something's eating them from the inside out. Sure, maybe these guys ate something weird or they're having an off day, but I think something drove them out of their minds. Or someone. Seems like the shield mage of yours is crawling with cultists. How'd they get here? No idea. It's my first time here too. Maybe they fell down here the same way you did? That shrugs awkwardly and look away. Gwendolyn comes here all the time. I'd ask her about it if she was here. Come to think of it, where is she? Alright, Tails, let's just rip the band-aid off. Yes, Wendowag is 100% lying to us and betraying us. There I was hoping we'd be the meanest things in here. It's mongrels, cultists. Not that I did not expect. I need to find out what's going on here.
I am helpful, am I not? I am helpful, am I not?
Forwards. No, backwards. Backwards.
Bloodstain marks the ground around an uncomfortable place with a pillow. Someone is clearly enjoying watching others suffer.
You won't survive me. No, they did.
I found something.
I hope you appreciate this.
Kitty!
Trail me.
Nice move.
Give me a moment. BRB break for the cat.
Hello, guys, move. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Anna, how many trustems do you think you can fit into one campaign? As many as the DM wants. Also, I have the cat here. Listen to this spoiled little baby. He was meowing at me because he wants me to give him treats. He wants me to give him a treat. Oh, here's your little treat, baby. Here's your little treat, baby. Oh, there he goes.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Oop, there's loot back here. Leave no loot unscarfed. I still just can't get over Zwith's just weird ass run.
I am helpful.
She's just like, I'm on my way to speak to your manager. Oh, bad guys. Let's back up a little bit and consider what we are doing real quick. I wonder. Okay, it's not too bad, but considering how insane a lot of Pathfinder armor classes get, maybe this isn't the best. I mean, if I had the option, I'd rather take a pair of giant hammers, you know. Go full on that King DDD grind set. You know. This seems like a couple of tough customers, so let's go turn-based mode for this one. Usually during the Shield Maid segment, I usually set it all the way down to like story mode, mostly because the Shield Maze is mostly just tutorial. So this is going to be a bit of a
endure this. Did we step on their toes as well?
Okay. He's dead. Oh. Cosmo's being Cosmo again.
Cosmo?
Do you want to go out again? I already opened the door for you and you didn't want to go out. Did you sneeze? My cat, ladies and gentlemen, he's a little sneezy baby. Or was that you, Maisie? Did you sneeze? One of my cats is a sneezy baby. That was then, this is now? Fair enough. Alright, Cosmo, I'll let you out. I warn you though, it's still raining outside. Well, news update. He actually wanted to go out this time.
Demand your blood. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Make every strike count.
Die, die, die.
Hang on, I have charge. Get smacked!
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray.
Ritual pool filled with fresh blood. Nice.
Wherever my legs
That's neat. Well, just fresh blood. And it's locked. Perfect. Ooh! There's a thing I didn't notice. And there's a thing I just found out there. You know what? We'll deal with that later. Meantime, there's a door I missed. There's another door I missed.
Save the last one for me.
The light, take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Can I charge any of these bozos? I can charge him.
No glory without
Oh, takes care of the wizard before wizard casts his bibbity bobbity boo.
Go for their hearts!
burn, slice, behead. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Endure this.
I'll cut you wide open.
May I see your entrails, please?
It's just me, or is his AC getting higher as combat goes on?
Make every strike count.
Thank you, Lan. Almost new diary. Contains one entry on the very first verse. Life is shit. While my brethren, although what kind of brothers are they, anyway, are having a great time up at the surface, I'm stuck down here with Vasilia and the nightmares and the mongrel scum. To top it all off, the pipe sprung a leak. An elemental is smashing up the kitchen, and that bitch Hasilla is sending off everyone she can to try and kill the thing. All I can do is hide around corners, under beds, and cupboards. I don't want to die! This isn't how I pictured serving Baphomet. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Well, new adventures await, buddy. I think I'm gonna take off the, greatsword. Gonna wait till, I'm either higher level or,
No backwards, backwards. What's that?
or till I acquire more hammers. Bigger and better hammers. Look at these bozos. We are very clearly in the line of sight, but they're just like, there is a person with a, there is a very green person with a comically large hammer. What should we do? Oh god, she's charging towards me. To battle! Kid. Open the door. That leads downstairs to another door. Perception check failed. Let's hope nothing's trapped here.
I am helpful, am I not?
Nope, nothing is trapped. Box. We got that cheese. More potions of a large person. That's actually going to be really useful if we get into like a very tough fight. Large person is a very good, useful early game buff. It's actually pretty useful the entirety of the game. That is until you basically get enlarged person better. But that costs dinosaur bones to cast, so take it or leave it.
Did we find trouble? They did.
This
we got a ring. You don't know what it does. But I do. It's a ring of protection. It raises your armor class by 1. Let's give it to Seela. Alright, we have that wand of cure wounds.
Together we stand.
Should probably use that. Speaking of cure wounds.
Did we step on their toes as well?
The spirits demand your blood.
Get clocked, dweeb. Hasila's orders. Follow the simple rules, or you will die. Don't bother me unless strictly necessary. Keep the door to the shrine locked with the key I made. I don't care which one of you two holds it. You could tear each other to shreds over from sure. Don't even think about setting foot in the ritual chamber ever. Keep the door to the unfinished section of the maze locked at all times. A reminder to you feeble-minded vermin. The entrance is sealed using the hidden lever, the torch on the wall next to the door. The door itself is the room in the blood pool, where I sometimes relax. Do something about the damn water elemental already! Do what you want with it, just make sure it's gone by tomorrow. Find a better hiding place for the paladin sword from the surface. I'll deal with it later. Remember that your life means less than nothing to me. I have plenty of people vying to become the hand of Hostilla. Hostilla. Not Hostilla, but Hostilla. Oh! Hello.
Let me draw the first blood.
And we have single dirt. Now this one's going to be a toughie, so let's just save. Use one of our apprentice lockpicks.
Not this time.
And save scum immediately. It's an isometric RPG. Of course we're gonna save scum. I mean, what did you expect?
This one was beyond me.
What did you roll to get? Rolled a 4. We're gonna be, you know what? We're gonna be rolling this like 10 more times, and we're not gonna be able to roll higher than a 1. This is just my track record for opening locks. If your skill is not so high that you could pass by rolling a nat 1, it's not high enough.
This one was beyond me.
All right, what did I roll this time? A 1. A 1. A 1. 3. All I had to do was roll a 5 or higher. But no. No, 3 times. 3 times I rolled lower than 5. What's the odds on that? What's the odds on that? Let's see here. So the odds of that happening were 1.562%.
I hope you appreciate this.
I did not appreciate you and your 1% odds.
I am helpful, am I not?
Hey, produce person. That's also going to be useful. I'm not sure if everyone can hear it, but hear how the background music changed? That is this game's way of saying, hey, there's an optional super boss here. Attempt at your own risk.
Shall we move? We shall move.
And that is what we are going to do. We are going to attempt and risk our lives. First, heal up.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Give you the enlarged person. Give Seela the enlarged person.
Open your heart to me.
Give you the reduced person, wherever that went. Here it is. Guess we can give Lance some mage armor. Save? Also a good idea. Let's cast all the buffs first, though, so that way we don't, you know, don't need to do them all over again. If we die, we'll probably die. Ooh, that's true. Seela does have Shield of Faith. We don't necessarily need that ring because Shield of Faith does not stack with protection rings. Alright. Okay. Look at that spooky water elemental.
Yet? You've crossed the wrong mine.
I see blood. Blood!
You won't survive me.
Oh yeah, we can also inspect enemies. And because it's neutral, that means that Smite Evil is not going to help us at all, so. And we missed. Because, why wouldn't we? You missed, nerd! We could probably afford a power attack.
Burn! Slice! Behead! No glory with
Come on!
I'll cut you wide open.
Well, at least he's missing as much as we are. That's good.
May I see your entrails, please? Into the fray!
Yay! We did it!
I spy. What do I spy?
A ring! We don't know what the ring does, so we're not gonna bother in the meantime. Oh. Food was clearly cooked here in vast quantities.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh no! We're shrinking! Although we're still almost just as tall as Seela. Imagine that. We big green. We're Piccolo. I should have named this character Piccolo or something funny like that. Just imagine Piccolo. A pair of hammers. Hello?
Forwards! No backwards, backwards!
Yay, my armor class is slightly better. Yippee. Totally tubular. Eh. Might as well have the shield on. Might as well get that McHeckin armor class. Hold on a second. What time is it? I gotta boop Lyra. I gotta boop Lyra and ask if the Lyra is streaming. Oop, give me a moment. I messed up my windows. God, what I wouldn't do for a second monitor. What I wouldn't do for the space to have a second monitor. I just hear a bunch of bodies collapsing. The idea of a second monitor scares me. Mostly I would just like something that I can, so I can like play this game full screen, so that way you guys can get like the fancy schmancy graphics. And actually a lot of things actually run better full screen as well, so because it turns off like a bunch of background background processes. At least I think that's how that works. I wouldn't know. You shouldn't trust me with anything. Do not trust me with a computer. I will break your heart. Eyes of the maze builders lie where they caught an earth elemental raised by an earthquake. Those tools like scatter effects to their bodies. This maze has an elemental problem. Same armor class. Nope. Bad, apparently.
Do not fear. Do not
Alright,
waver.
these monitor lizards. They're actually really scary, so,
The light. Take you.
You won't survive me.
The spirits demand your blood.
Let the attack commence.
yep. Having that shield was a good idea.
Guide my blade.
This!
Well, you wanted a monitor. Listen!
You are today's
Listen!
sacrifice.
Listen!
Die, die, die.
There are no genies in this game. Do not monkey's paw me, game. Please tell me there's a giant hammer in this chest right here.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Potion of haste. Very good. Early game anyway. It's aggressive creatures kept in this cage. Judged by the bars, the creature is now loose. I wonder what it could have
Wait for
been.
me there, I wonder.
Wonder what could have been in that large cave. No, sorry, large cage.
You can trust me.
I don't like the way she says that.
I hope you appreciate this.
Oh, now we just have straight up camions. Wonderful.
Burn. Slice.
No, what is that?
Half-plate. Ooh.
I am helpful, am I not?
Still no sign of a decent hammer. Plenty of great clubs.
This way.
Plenty of great clubs, though. The way you said you can trust me, I didn't think I could trust you before, but the way you said that, I'm absolutely sure of it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yet another obstacle.
Yep. This place has an elemental problem. Ow! Hey, at least she can heal me. For 3 hit points. I always have the worst luck with healing rolls when it comes to cure spells. This is the reason why I like the spell heal, because no faffing about it, it just heals a flat amount of hit points.
My legs carry me.
Oh look, and there's Baphomet. Hello, Baphomet. We're stealing your shit.
What's that there?
I am helpful.
Forward.
Am I not?
No, backwards, backwards.
Oh look, it's the body pit. Every modern household has one.
They will break against our resolve.
Thinking about Winter's first healing spell, where she managed to upcast it to do 3 nat 1s.
Trail me.
Yeah. We've all been there.
I hope you appreciate this.
Seela peers closely at the sword, which is utterly unexceptional to you. Wait! This is... No, it can't be! Her eyes light up. I know that hill! Radiance! The sword of the great Yaniel! That's what this is, but... It's meant to be in the Tower of Estrog with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that you were an illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it! I've seen this sword 100 times, in paintings and in the hands of Yaniel's statue. I've even thought of going to Estrog Museum to see the real thing in person. How did you get here? What's so special about it? Now, nothing, I guess. But the sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel found it, blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiance's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is it made a mockery of it. You're emphasizing with an object? Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and, as a paladin, I could tell you they did nothing good with it. Who's Yaniel? No, you never heard of Yaniel? She's famous all over Galarian. She was a great one. She was born in Mendev, and when the Crusade started, she just couldn't sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the Crusades. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first in the battle and never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. That's how she was been remembered. An invincible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she was capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envy her, maybe there was more to it than just that. I don't know. But anyways, she went into the whirlwind without her fellow soldiers. She didn't just survive the mission. She even brought back a crusader she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope she really did die quickly. A hero's death. Because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. You know a lot about Yaniel. You a fan of her or something? I suppose you could say that. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel. I know what it's like to not be your own commander wants you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yaniel. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but the people who she pulled out of the war wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. All those who keep her memory alive, she's a hero, and that's what counts. What would a priceless relic be doing down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has been able to wield it. It is Yaniel's blade and always will be. That's why they put it in the Tower of Estrad, the other Crusade relics. Now, I guess it turned somebody else stole it. Anyways, wonder how Dresden's doing. Seems like it used more birthday parties. It's not doing well. I have this weird feeling, like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. Can't just abandon it, even if it is no use to us. It's no use to anyone else in here. What if it could be repaired?
I will help where I can.
Take a quick look at it right now. That's why it needs more birthday parties? Well, here's the thing. Dresden is overrun by demons. So, I don't know if you've ever been to a demon's birthday party. It's not pretty. Anyway. On that cheery note, I think I'm going to save. In the meantime, you can look at all of my other ones. I have a Marigold run, if you can believe it. She was the one I beat recently. Judge Mantis is my most recent run, but I suppose Weth is my most recent one now. Anyway, so I'm gonna save it right there, and I think that's going to be the end of the stream today. I haven't gotten back from Lyra, so I'm not sure if Lyra's streaming today. So if Lyra is streaming, she'll like post a little link or something. I need to go take a shower and do a huge chores and stuff. Massive chores. Why did I say huge chores? Anyway, I gotta go do things. So, we'll continue this on Thursday. Thank you all for coming. I hope you had a good time. GG's. Good night. Thank you, Monty. Thank you for the stream. Tell your cats I love them. Alright, I don't see any of them now. I think they're all outside. Alright, I'll tell them though. Bye-bye!